Hello, welcome. We are going to look at development of a regular hexagonal pyramid that has been truncated, and the question reads: the regular hexagonal pyramid of base length 25 mm and height 55 is resting vertically on its base on HP, such that the two sides of the base, are perpendicular to the vertical plane, and the axis is bisected by a cutting plane at 30 degrees to the HP. So we are expected to obtain the development of the lateral surface of the truncated pyramid, the plan, the end elevation, and the true shape. And therefore, for us to proceed, we need to draw the plan, which is a hexagon, and then from there we shall develop a front, out of which we shall be able to get the end elevation and the development. And lastly, we shall develop a true shape that will reflect the cut surface of the pyramid. Therefore, let's draw the hexagon, and from here I will want us to use a circular method so that we have a circle and then we circumscribe our hexagon. We shall be able to hit it more easily. So let's proceed. For us to draw a hexagon in a circle, it means we are going to use the side length of the hexagon as the radius of the circle that is going to circumscribe. So here we have a circle that has been drawn, and therefore we want to come up with a vertical axis out of which we can now do the drawing of our hexagon. So let's complete the vertical axis for us to draw the hexagon. This is the vertical axis. Now for a hexagon, because we are saying two sides of the hexagonal pyramid base are perpendicular to the VP, and then for us to make them perpendicular, we take the radius, and then now we stand here and we make an arc, then again we come here, make this arc and make this arc. We shall be able to join the sides to come up with our hexagon. So these two sides, this one and this one, are perpendicular to the vertical plane. Now we want to draw our front elevation of the hexagon, so we shall draw the XY plane somewhere here. That's our XY plane. Then project this hexagon, the plan or the top view, to come up with your front. We can name as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now once we've done that, we can elongate our axis. We want to complete our hexagon, the front, and now we are told the height is 55, so we measure 55. So we join. Once we have done that, we are going to determine a point where the bisector, the cutting plane, pass through. We are told it's bisecting the axis, and therefore we are taking half the distance of 55, and that is 27.5. That's the point where our cutting plane will pass through. So let's measure 27.5. 7.5. So at that point we are going to measure to draw our line 30 degrees. So that one becomes our cutting plane. Now once we have that, we are going to join the radial lines to the vertex. These are slant heights of our hexagon. As viewed from top, they appear as radial lines from the center point. Now once we've done that, we need to project these points where the cutting plane meets the slant lines back to our plan for us to determine where the cut face will be located on our plan. So we bring this. So we are projecting these points down. So this point can be brought down. Then we can also bring this down. Now this line, this cut face, this cutting line has cut this line, this line, this line, and this line. Because it's a plane, it's a cutting plane, it must have also cut this and this. And now how do we get the point where the cutting plane gets to cut this line from O to 6 and then from O to 3? It means we have to transfer this line, which is similar to this, so that it gives us a true length, and then we project it vertically upwards to get the true length, because this is not the true length. So what we do, taking your canvas with radius O2, we will bring that arc, and then that arc is already there, it's formed. So we just make a dot, and from there we project it vertically upwards. This was one, remember. Now we can draw so that now it goes back to we can call this point X, so OX becomes a true length of the. Now from there we are going to have this point transferred to the slant line to the true length. Once it reaches there, we drop it down. So we are dropping this point downwards. Now once it meets this line, we put it a point, then we draw an arc from 0, center 0 with that point, we draw an arc, then we draw an arc up and down, and where the arc meets the lines 0, 6 and 0, 3, put a dot. Then we are also having this and this, and at first we had this point and this one here and this one here. Now we have had this. Now we are going to join. So this one becomes our plan for the cut face. From here, we are going to draw our end elevation. How to draw an end elevation? We project from the plan and the front. So we are going to have a vertical line somewhere here, and it might necessarily, okay, we need to have that vertical line. So we can draw it. So we are going to project points 6, 5, 3, and 4 on that vertical line. So we do this way. Do this way. Center line can also be projected. So we are going to be bringing, like for example, this line, start from here. We shall bring it here. Then we come to the next. So we extend this line. And now from here up to here becomes the starting point and the end point of our end elevation. Now again we can draw this vertical. Now we bring this point 0, project it here. So we are going to join from here to here. Now because it's like we are viewing from this side, we are seeing this line as a full line, this point and this point, this line, this line, this line, this one and this one are going to be full lines. So we are going to draw them. Because now this is the end elevation. So we have named. Next we are going to project these lines where this meets this, we project line, like here we project, then from here again we project. Okay, so that we shall be able to know the points where we need to get those the intersection, where the intersection is marks this area that has been cut. So we just project from the center point as well. That's the point of intersection between the cutting plane. Now what we shall be doing, like for example, if we say this point is cutting, that plane has cut 2 and 1. So we come with it and look for where 1 is, put a dot, where 2 is, put a dot. Next is this point. This point here on the cutting plane is cutting 3 and 6, line 3, 0 and 0, 6. So we come with it to look where 6 is and where 3 is. Here is 6 and here is 3. Then lastly, this one here, it is from 4 and 5. Okay, so we look for where 5 is here, the where 4 is here. Okay, 4 and 5. So we are joining. We shall join this way. Now this one becomes our end elevation. Now we want to draw our development. Now for our development, we say we can name these points at the base as 1, starting from here 1 and 2. Because from here up to here 1 and 2, of course we could have used prime or something else, but let it just be that way. And then we have this one 6 and 3, 3 and 6, 6 and 3. And then lastly we have this one as 4 and 5. So if we decide to cut it from 2, it means we are going to open it, like from 1 we are cutting it from 1. So we open it, and then now we can transfer these other points. So what we shall do, we are going to use the true length, which is 0x, to draw the arc. And now what do? We can still transfer this point so that our 0 begins from there. And now we take distance 0x. And we draw an arc. Once we have drawn an arc, we shall join this line back here. Now we make this 1x, these 6 sides of a hexagon. On our arc, 6 in number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we join. We are saying this is 0. We are opening at 1, so we shall finish with 1. Now if this one is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to 1. So we shall again join this. Now after joining, we are going to be taking these distances like 0 to this point. So we take from here to where the cutting plane meet. Then we locate for point 1 and 2. So we come here, put an arc at 1, and then 1 again, then 2. That is 1 and 2. Next, we come to this other one, 0 to this point. We want point 3 and 6. So I come here where 3 is, put, then where 6 is, we put. Next we want this, that is 4 and 5. So for 4 and 5 again we come here, look for where 4 is, where 5 is, we put. Once we are through, we are going to join with straight lines. This is how it will look like. So this is the development. Let's also draw a plan to the fullest. This is our plan, this is our end elevation, this is our development, and this is our front part of our frustrum. Now we are remain with drawing the true shape, and the true shape, it is what we see perpendicularly to the cut face. So we shall draw our true shape here. So we are going to have a perpendicular line to this, and then we shall transfer the points from this back to our line, and this is how we shall do it. We shall first of all align this. We drop it a little bit down, just drop it a little bit, then come and draw this line here. It will be perpendicular automatically. So we draw this line. Now we want these points from this baseline. We are assuming this space is also reference. So this one is a reference line. So we shall measure points, this point and this point, then we transfer it to this line. Now we are going to draw a line from here, another line from there, equal the other side. Okay, so they are similarly, because we had already done this way, drop a bit. So we shall also draw this. Then come and also draw this from the point of intersection between the cutting plane. So what we shall do, we shall carry this distance to 1, okay, not really, this point, this to that point, okay. On the same line, we stand here and put a mark. This is a draw, and then we come pick this one, okay. On the same line, we put a mark. Next, we come from here, okay, this one we are taking from here. So again, this one, take this, come on the same. Next, we move, come, put, then come to this other one, the same line, and lastly, so this is the true shape. We join the points. So that is the true shape of the cut face. If it's observed from this perpendicular side, gives us the true shape. The plan doesn't give us a true shape. This is the end, this is the development. So we can label them. This one is the front. You can say this is the plan. This is the front elevation. And this is the end elevation. This is the development. And lastly, this is the true shape. Thank you very much for watching. Kindly subscribe to the channel if you haven't, for notification of any new content that will be uploaded. Have nice time.